Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and this is a Q&A sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a domain, a website, e-commerce site, or anything like that, Squarespace is definitely a place where you can do that. They have a number of different templates already ready-made to go, including 16 new templates made just this summer alone. They got 24-hour customer service. It's all in one platform, so you don't have to worry about any plugins or upgrades. You can also do a free trial there at squarespace.com, and if you sign up at squarespace.com/Andre, you get 10% off your first purchase. That's my hookup to you. So thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring my channel. Check them out, squarespace.com/Andre. Get that 10% off and try them out. Now the Q&A. How was Kinetic Con and what was your favorite part? I went to Kinetic Con this year for the first time and I really enjoyed it. So happy to meet all the people I got to meet there. My favorite part, I love doing the panels, of course, but I really enjoyed doing the improv show with Channel Awesome. It was so much fun to do that show. I had such a blast doing that. I grew up in roots of improv. That's what kind of got me started before I even started YouTube. So it was cool to come back to that and to do it with people that I'm good friends with who make content I love. So that was really awesome and hope to get to do it again sometime. If you were in charge of the Disney parks, what is one ride you would create and one you would demolish? I've been saying for a long time I want a Wreck-It Ralph ride. I think now that we got the Wreck-It Ralph sequel coming out, it'll be cool to actually incorporate that into some kind of ride somewhere at Disneyland or Disney World. I want to go through arcade games or through the internet, whatever they want to do. I just want Ralph to have a bigger presence in Disney parks. I don't know if I would demolish a ride that already exists. If anything, I would just demolish lines. I hate lines. Seriously, it's like 5 hours to get in that Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout or whatever. I just want to ride it. Ooga chaka. How was Comic-Con? What was it like working with Zachary Levi and meeting all those celebrities? It was awesome. If you didn't know, Sci-Fi Live from Comic-Con, I was doing the interstitials all day long during Comic-Con on Sci-Fi's TV network. I was doing like these little bumpers and they would play, and then they had a live from Comic-Con show and I was one of the panelists each night on the show. Zachary Levi hosted it. I got to meet so many cool people, including finally meeting Stephen Amell. If you don't know the whole story, Stephen Amell actually tweeted me because he was thanking me for talking about the Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows movie. So I actually got to meet him in person and talk to him, which is really awesome. It was a great time. I really enjoyed that. Sci-Fi was really cool. All the people I met was cool. I saw like 5 seconds of Charlize Theron. I didn't talk to her or anything. She was, you know, surrounded by handlers and people and whatever, but I saw her face. It's a good face. What would you do if you reach 1 million subscribers? It'll never happen, but if it ever happens, I'll be very, very happy. One day. What got you into collecting toys and reading comics? Well, first of all, they're not toys, they are collectibles. There's a difference. Actually, it was just the fact that I just liked the properties and just thought it'd be cool to have a couple of things in my place to just accent the fact that hey, these are some things I grew up with. You know, I used to grow up on Smurfs and Disney afternoon stuff and Ninja Turtle stuff. So I'll have a little thing here and there just to be like, ah, remember that nostalgia right there. And then all of a sudden it became a thing to make all these products and collectibles for older people. And now it's like an addiction. Help me. It's a problem. I have a problem right now. And comics, I've talked about this before. I didn't grow up near a comic book store, so for me, comics came from the grocery store. That's why I was really big on reading Archie comics, because I used to get Archie comics all the time from the grocery store. Occasionally, they would have a Spider-Man or a Superman or a Batman or like a comic book based on a cartoon show like the new Archies or Ren and Stimpy or Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brains, Looney Tunes. Whatever comics are in the grocery store, that's what I read. Sometimes you gotta get it wherever you can get it. Can I have a hug? How was that? Was that good? Were you still nervous and shocked to be moderating the TMNT Comic Con panel for a 3rd year? I couldn't believe it. You know, every time I do it, I love it so much, and it still surprises me and shocks me that it's still something I get to do. The people that work on Ninja Turtles have been so awesome. This year specifically, we had Kevin Eastman and Stan Sakai, the creator of Usagi Yojimbo, on there. I was just, such a good time. And thank you to all the Turtle fans who've been so supportive of me doing that. But it's all about them. And they have an awesome panel. It's great to moderate them. They're amazing. I'm honored. I'm humbled. Sit down. What are your favorite modern examples of black nerd culture? I would just say the internet and people being more open about being black nerds. I mean, I know it's very hard for the newer generation, these kids today, to understand this, but when I was growing up, it wasn't so much that it was like a bad thing to be a black nerd. It's just that, you know, when you're a kid, people are always gonna try to find the thing to make fun of you that's different about you. And for some of us, it was being a black nerd or just being a nerd in general. Like for me, I was usually a year behind most of my peers because I skipped a grade. So I was into, you know, kiddie stuff when they were all growing up and getting to puberties and stuff. Thanks to social media, thanks to the internet, thanks to lots of groups that are out there making websites and communities based on this, you're starting to see more and more people being very open and out there about it. Being a nerd is not dedicated to a specific type, a specific look, or a specific race, or a specific gender. It is what you're passionate about. It could be so many different things that you can be passionate about, but to specifically see more black nerds being out there and open is really awesome. And I just have to say, this is, you know, maybe this is an ego boost, I don't know, but I've had people come up to me and say that they have been more open about being a black nerd because they've seen me be open about it on my YouTube channel and stuff. And so for those people, thank you very much, and I'm glad that you are feeling more comfortable about yourself. I had this happen recently with a girl at D23, she told me that, and it was just really kind. So keep rocking, black nerds, keep rocking. Black nerd magic. Do you still give amazing foot rubs? Only one way to find out. What was the first thing that brought you your first real big check from YouTube? People always want to know how you make that money on the tubes. There is no money on YouTube. Oddly enough, ironically enough, the show that got me the most money on YouTube for the first time is a show I hardly ever talk about, Doctor Who. Yeah, I did a random promo for the season premiere of Doctor Who a long time ago. I made a video, the video wasn't even about Doctor Who, it was about time travel in general, and then I just had to give them a shout out at the end and say, hey, the season premiere is happening. And I knew that I had people who followed me who were fans of Doctor Who, so I was like, that's why I'm gonna do it. Also, the money was good. Man, back then doing sponsored brand things was so different. It was like, they allowed you to be very creative and do whatever you want, and all you get to do is just say a couple of keywords and boom, there it is. Like this video is. Thank you, Squarespace. But sometimes it's a lot tougher now. Like some of them are very specific about what they want you to do, and there's even been times where I have to say no to things because some people just don't want to budge. And it's like, don't come to somebody who's doing their thing and then say you want to be a part of that thing and then don't want them to do the thing they normally do because now you are a part of it. That makes no sense. If you ever see me doing any kind of sponsorships on here, it's because we see eye to eye, like the Goofy movie, and because I know that it's gonna be something that either I personally like or that I think that you're going to appreciate the information for. Or because they just paying. Because sometimes brother gotta eat and gotta pay rent. And sometimes a thumbs up don't just do that. This is not a question, but please dab. Little dab do you? Little dab behind the ears. Put my cologne on. I am not gonna train animals to dance for you! What activities were you involved with in high school? That's a really good question. I was in computer club. I was actually president of computer club at one time. And I also used to work in the computer lab because we used to get this editing equipment, audio-visual equipment. My first foray into editing video, which was literally like having two VCRs and you would like play one VCR and then you would record with the other VCR, then you had to splice it together. So yeah, I'm not a nerd, right? We also had the Wacom tablet. That was the first time I ever got to use that. So I used to do that all the time. I used to draw comics and drawings. Our Parks and Rec department in our city had a sort of a youth program where you could help organize different events that happen in the city, like local carnivals or 4th of July parades and Halloween trick-or-treating events and stuff like that. And I used to be part of that as well. We had a whole student council thing or our youth council thing where you would have board meetings and motions and had to learn the rules of order and ayes and nays and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what I did, and in addition to like homework and watching cartoons. If you had a DeLorean, would you go back in time or to the future? Can only choose one. Oh, future. I'm not going back in time because, I don't know, with this skin, you don't want to go back too far back in the past. Things are not going to be good. But then I kind of think of it, the future's not going to look too well for me either. It doesn't matter. I'm screwed either way. I laugh because it's true. I laugh to hide the pain. You gonna do more videos with Lamar Wilson? Hey, Lamar, it's Andre. I'm doing a Q&A video. I'm filming it, and one of my questions was, will you do more videos with Lamar Wilson?
Okay. Yes, I will. I will do more videos with you. We need to eat food together.
We're gonna eat food together. All right. I love you.
I'm in like with you too.
See how they do me? We gotta ship, man. That's what you gotta do on the internet today. It's the shipping. Lamar Wilson, everybody, subscribe.
Yay!
Yay! Bye. YouTube magic. So thanks everyone for watching my Q&A. If you want more ridiculous Q&As like this, then leave your questions below. No question is too bad. It's just if I don't like it, I'm not gonna answer it. And if you like more videos from me, make sure you are subscribed and also ring that bell to be notified, and I'll see you on the other side. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Addy 5000, a chain chomp. Yelp.